Hey guys, and welcome to a new news video. There's a lot of subjects that we are going to talk about today. We're going to start with things that are related to the Go Battle League. First thing I'm going to talk about is this article. So this is from a guy called Lollersocks. So last season he finished rank 1 apparently on the leaderboard. So clearly he is a good battler. But this season he has decided to try something different. We're just going to read through it quickly here. I had every intention of just taking this season lightly and playing for fun, despite winning 70% of my games in Season 1. It was definitely a stressful experience with the pressure that you put on yourself to do better. But then, someone in my local Discord let me know about the biggest problem I had with Go Battle League in Season 1 had yet to be fixed. The hidden multiplier that people get when they reach a certain threshold related to the number of battles played. For those that don't know, a large number of players that normally hover in the 1000-1700 range for MMR have a hidden 5 times multiplier that magnifies the point that they get for winning and losing. A normal win is about 10 points, a normal loss is about 10 points, with additional adjustments made for difference in rating between you and the opponent. However, for the group of players that are tanking for rewards, they get 50th point for a win and something similar for a loss. The reason for this is to discourage players from going 5 to 0 4 times a day and then going 0 to 15 to maximize rewards. I have nothing against those players. For the most part they stay in a little bubble and do it for the rewards, yes. Anyways, I thought they'd get rid of it this season, but around 3 weeks into the season a friend of mine let me know that it's still very much in play. I decided to toy around with it. Here's the result of my hard work. So before the Go Battle League was shut down, he had this ranking here of around 1500. And this is today, he is saying. So in a really short time period, he suddenly went from around 1500 in rank to 3000, becoming the first level 10, rank 10 person for Season 2. Now he is an experienced battler, so in that sense, it is okay to be the first rank 10 for him, but not the way he did it, of course. What else do we have here? Basically, in a span of 55 battles, I went from 1305 to 3039. I mean, that is like 2 days, guys. That is like doing all your battles for 2 days and just going from 1300 to 3000. Why would I bother doing this? I was intrigued by the existence of the multiplier and wanted to figure out how it was triggered. I have a pretty good idea now. It has nothing to do with a low rating or win rate as originally thought, but rather you needing 200 more battles than is possible. So if Go Battle League is out for 20 days, the max number of battles is 500. If you have 700 on day 20, you trigger the multiplier. Oh, I think it has something to do with the fact that you get an extra battle per set as long as you don't win. So if you lose 5 in a row, you will get extra battles for that set. And by doing this continuously, you will be able to get more battles than you should have gotten at the maximum. So when you do that, you will trigger the multiplier. So you go from 10 points per battle to 50. Well, you can imagine 5 battles in a set. If you win all 5 for 5 times 50, that's 250 points. Okay, why would I bother doing this? Everyone should be rated on the same level playing field. There's no reason why I should have an easier path and at the same time get more rewards than every person who has the highest win rate in Go Battle League. What are some of the solutions? Just remove the hidden multiplier, or altogether. Remove it once someone's MMR goes beyond a certain point. Yeah, I mean, so clearly there is a big problem in the ranking system for the Go Battle League, an exploit that people can use, and that way with just doing a couple of battles, okay, skill will still be needed, you still need to win the battles, but with a little bit of luck and some skill, you can get to rank 10 this way too easily. So this guy, Lollersocks, is basically telling us precisely how it is. he is hoping that it will be fixed. So I got no problem with this guy. I think it's good that he's letting everybody know about this problem. He's also saying that if more people are using this, it's fine by him, because then Niantic might take it more seriously and do something about it. But yeah, this is one of the many problems in the Go Battle League. I mean, the Go Battle League is back. We'll talk more about that later. So of course the big issue before was the Jesus guy who was using this exploit with a rooted device to get to, well, almost rank 10 he was, rank 1 in leaderboards. Niantic has made some adjustments. They think it's fixed now. The Go Battle League was, of course, offline for like 10 days. Now this exploit still exists, and it's something that they will need to address. Oh yeah, he was saying as well, here's the post for Season 2. So apparently this is the post you get when reaching rank 10 in Season 2, which is a new post. It is different compared to the one from last season. So it is actually a completely new post. Moving on to the Go Battle League. So the Go Battle League came back, and Niantic said that they have extended the dates for the Ultra League. And then of course for the Master League will be later, and all leagues combined will be later as well. But as you can see here, this is from the May 4th post, but they adjusted the text in the post, which is a little bit fake. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this Pokemon Go article, because they summarized it nicely. Okay, so on June 30th, Niantic temporarily disabled Go Battle League to address a serious exploit. Today, the developers shared an update on the exploit and an updated Season 2 schedule. And the increase of daily sets. Daily sets will increase from 5 to 6. This change will be permanent for Season 2. Okay, they're saying it's only permanent for Season 2. They don't say for the future and Season 3, Season 4, you name it. But for Season 2 it is permanent, 5 to 6. So that goes from 25 to 30 battles per day, assuming that you have no 5 losses in a row. This is great news for the PvP people out there, for the PvP streamers, the PvP Twitchers, who are relying on doing more battles so they have more content. So that's great. A week of boosted Go Battle League rewards. From June 23rd to June 30th, the Go Battle League win rewards will change for the basic and premium tracks. The Pokemon you encounter will change for the basic and premium reward tracks. Snipey, Takke, and Oshawott will no longer be available as Go Battle League encounters. And for the premium track, only the rare candy reward will be available at the 4th slot instead of the 5th slot. The Go Battle League rewards will be temporarily disabled. We'll keep the leaderboards disabled while we monitor the state of Go Battle League. You can see that here. It is coming back soon. Check back soon for more details. Updated schedule. Great League, yes, we've had that. But now the Ultra League is from June 1 till July 6th. So that's still around what? 10 days? Still a while. And the Master League and the Premier Cup will of course start at July 6th then. And they will run to July 20th. And then the Premier Cup will be running at the same time as the Master League. Let's see, then we have season... all the leagues will be from July 20th till July 27th, which is just 1 week. And then season 3 will start July 27th. Alright. Let's see, what else do we have now? Oh yeah, I wanted to finish with this article from Pokemon Go Hub. And they made an extensive article about how you can improve in the Go Battle League. So I would say that if you want to improve in the Go Battle League, the best thing you can do is to keep doing the battles, learn by experience. You can follow the best YouTube and PvP streamers. You can follow the best websites like PvPoke that show information related to PvP. But now there is also this article. Now I'm just going to scroll through it because, as you can see, this is quite a long article. It's going to have different subjects. Counting fast moves here is one of them. mastering the switch button, sex swapping, defense switching, offensive switching, switch button stelling, the art of baiting, and they are also saying that you should refer to PV Poke and other helpful resources. The meta anti-meta team compositions, consistency. So you can see it's a long article, so go check it out if you want to. And we're going to go to the next subject. Next subject is the data mine information related to Team Go Rocket. So we're going to go to this Go Hub article. Giftable search. It is not active yet, but maybe when they turn on Niantic Social, we'll get this. Okay. You can also sort by online soon. Team Go Rocket Balloon. A large logo. A large version of the Team Rocket Air was added to the game, presumably to go on the balloon itself. So we already know that the Team Go Rocket Balloon is visible in the Go Fast picture, but it is also visible, let me see here, on this picture here. You can see here at the mouse, see the balloon. Actually, I can make it bigger here. There you go. And then they posted here another one of Clefairy, and you can see the balloon here under the moon. So they keep on hinting to that rocket balloon. Let's continue now. It will have a start time. Looks like Team Go Rocket Balloon will spawn somewhere on the map, then move to a new place every so often. It also looks like the balloon will have a minimum and maximum distance it can move from its spawn point. The balloon will be able to change height as well. Balloon shadow. Looks like the balloon will also have a shadow on the map, in case it's in a position where you can't see it. Wait your turn one at a time. Only one balloon can be on the map at a time. No Team Go Rocket Balloon army. New grunts have been added for the Team Go Rocket Balloon. Some error checks for the balloon. Niantic announced that Niantic Social will be launched soon. This will allow you to see if your friends are online and what Niantic game they are playing. So I can tell you that you can already see online if your friends are active. I don't think you can see which games they are playing yet, but you can see if they are online. At least, let me see now on my own friend list here. Well, you can see it from other people, but they have adjusted the friend page and it will show for yourself already online and offline. So they're still working on that, but they have already made some adjustments. Okay, moving on. Account linking. You will be able to link the servers of your various forms of login. Less games played. You'll be able to see the last game your friends were playing too. Avatar color. Switch games in app. It looks like you'll be able to switch between games in the app. How close are you? Not sure how many people are going to like the game telling other people how far away they are. Yeah, looking at privacy is probably not a good idea. But I would assume that those things can be turned off in the settings once it goes live. Nicknames. You can set nicknames for people in Niantic Social as well, and that nickname will carry across all Niantic games. So we know that we can already add nicknames to your friends, but apparently in Niantic Social you can do it as well. Unfriending. If you unfriend someone in Niantic Social, it will remove them as your friend in all the games. Alright. Sponsored gifts. This is what sponsored gifts will look like. Alright. Turn them on and off. More on sponsored gifts. It looks like you'll be able to toggle them on and off. I'm not sure what's the point in that. Are you going to be spammed with these things? Details. Coin rewards. On the map. Raid invites. Getting closer. Reward stickers. Errors, yes. Okay, the next one. More information about the rocket balloon. The balloon doesn't appear to be tied to Pokestops or Gym, so their spawn location can be completely random. The game will check to see if a few the game will check to see if a few before spawning in. Is the balloon on a cooldown, which implies that only one can spawn in at a time? Does another balloon already exist, which implies that only one can be on the map at a time? Is the balloon disabled, which is probably for niantic to turn the feature on and off? There's also a tag for invalid item, which implies that you might need to equip an item to get it to spawn. Maybe a different type of rocket radar, balloon radar? Behavior. The balloon will move around and eventually float away. There is code for tapping on the balloon. New grunts. A new type of rocket invasion was made for the balloon, separating it from the Pokestop invasion. 2 new grunts were added. Character Grunt B female and Grunt B male. And that's it. So, more information about this balloon. There is actually a lot of information in the code about this balloon, which tells me that supposedly it should be quite a big feature. So we know that day 2 of the Go Fest is announced as a surprise. We know that in the Go Fest, the balloon is visible. The balloon keeps being hinted, it is in the code. So my logical conclusion will be that day 2 of Go Fest is going to have something to do with Team Go Rocket and a balloon that you can see every now and then. And yeah, it's going to be interesting how that turns out. There's not enough information to make big conclusions yet, but it's interesting development. So we knew these pictures. What else do we have? We have Niantic support here saying, our newest update is in the early stage of rolling out, and with it you'll be able to see a toggle for remote invasions in the settings menu. However, while the toggle is there, the feature itself is not live yet. Please stay tuned to our official channels in the coming weeks for updates. Okay, so inviting people to raids, to remote raids, is not yet possible, but it's coming closer and closer, and you can already see it in the game yet, actually. It is just not active yet. An announcement here. Pinsir Rate Day was cancelled. I believe this raid day was scheduled for coming weekend, 28th June, if I'm saying it correctly. It has been cancelled, so sorry for the people who were looking forward to that. That being said, I think many people didn't care too much. As I stated before, Pinsir has already had a couple of events. There were a good amount of chances to get a shiny. The thing that I will miss the most is the 3 free remote passes that you would have been able to get. But okay, that is cancelled. We're gonna have a couple of tiny articles here. So here is somebody saying that he got a gibble from the daily guaranteed encounter. So previously I have said that we have now a daily guaranteed encounter from this special incense that Willow was giving you. So you get 1 encounter per day, just for you. And you got a free daily box in the item section, where you can get like 3 balls and a potion, something like that, every day. But it's interesting to know that something as rare as a gibble can in fact come from the daily encounter. I would also like to note that the daily encounter, it just stays on your map the whole day, as long as you don't catch it, so you don't have to be too worried when you don't have balls, for example, that you will miss out on it. You will have plenty of time. Then I want to go to this picture here. We already went through all of the Mega Evolutions, but I quickly want to show you what all the Mega Evolutions look like in their shiny state. So yeah, take a good look here. I think some of these look epic. We already showed Gengar last time, which is just a beautiful shiny. I think Heracross looks a little bit weird to me, but okay. Steelix is beautiful. Charizard here. Beedrill. Metagross is beautiful. Yeah, Rayquaza. A lot of epic Pokemon in here. We're gonna go to the next subject. Okay, the next subject is going to be related to the Wayfarer, to Pokestops. There's this message here. We'll be temporarily disabling the ability to suggest edits to Pokestops via Pokemon Go and portals via Ingress. We'll be using this downtime to implement features that will address an issue that allows for way spots to be clustered and overloaded in a single area. Okay, so here is why this is a big deal. The rules are that you can only have one Pokestop per level 17 cell. I don't know the precise area of a level 17 cell. Could be 30 by 30 meters, I don't know precisely. But the fact is that in one cell you can only have one Pokestop. Furthermore, Pokestops need to be at least 20 meters apart from one another. So the thing is that if you move a Pokestop, let's say you have a Pokestop in a level 17 cell. You have another Pokestop in a different level 17 cell, but it's in the wrong location. Now you're going to move it to the correct location, but that is in the other Pokestop level 17 cell. So by moving it, you will be moving it so that there are two Pokestops in one level 17 cell. Normally this is not possible, but because you moved it, through moving this is allowed. Because once you move a location, then the rules are forfeited basically. Then you don't need to pay attention to the 20 meter rule, and you don't need to pay attention to the one Pokestop in level 17 cell. So it seems now that Niantic or Wayfarer here wants to counter this procedure, because there's definitely a lot of people who are on purpose getting Pokestops approved in a different level 17 cell, wrong location, and then moving it to the right location where there is already a level 17 cell. So my big question is, are they going to make it impossible for two Pokestop locations to be in one level 17 cell at all? Or are they only looking at extreme cases where there are like 5 Pokestops in one cell, that they are really clustered up? Because two Pokestops in one level 17 cell doesn't have to be a big issue. They can still be apart from one another. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they figure this out. It's also going to be interesting to see if they use this retroactively, meaning that if there are already two Pokestops in one level 17 cell in your area, if they are going to actually remove one completely, or make it so that only one of those two can appear, probably the one with the most likes, I would imagine. But this could have a big impact, especially on locations with many Pokestops. So I'm definitely going to share with you how this develops, because this could prove to be very important. Hopefully it doesn't prove to be that important and they're just addressing the really extreme cases, but they are making big work of this at the moment. Alright, the last thing that I want to go through is Kelvin, which is the data miner, and he has always lots of information. So we're just gonna scroll through it and see if we can find some new things. We know about the Master League and the Pinsir Rate Day. The Go Battle League is back. Beedrill can finally learn Drill Run via Elite TM. So the moment that Beedrill Community Day was there, you couldn't, right after the Community Day, give Beedrill Drill Run with an Elite TM. I mean, after the evolutions, after the 2-hour evolution period. So now, June 23rd, it was finally possible to actually use a Elite TM to get Drill Run on your Shadow Beedrill, for example. Alright, some changes for Go Battle League. Fly out duration, turn 6. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. A new move has been added, Fly. Offline and online status for friends. So you can already see in your friendship page whether that you are online, but you can't see it from other people yet. Sponsors gifts have been added. Remote raid invitations are now visible in the game, but you can't use it yet. This is how it looks like, the updated friend list. So you can see here this green dot implying that you are active, but your friends are not displaying this dot yet. There was a community day box, yes. Okay, so this Dragon Boat Festival. So in one of my previous episodes, I talked about the fact that something about a Dragon Festival was found in the code, and it turns out that this is only for Taiwan. So Taiwan, for let's see, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, for 5 days. For 5 days they have this festival, and special field research with Lickitung, Darumaka, Hippopotas, Alomomola, and Audino. So it's not for everybody, it's just for Taiwan. And it's already, it's just started, I guess. New raid bosses. So these are the current, well, these were the raid boxes for the event. Now that the event is finished, I'm not sure if these raid bosses are still active. And the quests. So we talked about that. So this was quite a long episode. This is all that I want to discuss for today. We'll see when more information comes out, and then we'll see you on the next episode.